Welcome, Modern Tactical Shooting, and yes, indeed, I'm wearing body armor. Now, this armor comes from Safe Life Defense. It is their Hyperline Level 3 Alpha Soft Armor, or Level 3A, the thinnest Level 3A armor on the market. And of course, Level 3A protects against all your pistol rounds up to 44 Magnum, all your shotgun rounds, and this also protects against knife slashes and strikes. Now, I've already worn this body armor on my channel in my previous video, which was Galil versus Tavor. I wear it for some of the range drills, and I mention it in that video. But this is not the first time I've worn this armor on my channel. About a month ago, in my review of the ZPAP 92, I'm actually wearing this soft armor underneath my shirt during some of the range drills, just to see if anybody would comment down in the comments section that, hey, are you wearing something underneath your shirt? I didn't get any comments, so I think that's pretty good. So what do I really think about this armor? Well, let's get into it right now. Now, of course, in US law enforcement, soft armor pretty much is the standard with all your patrolmen out there. And if they do run into an active shooter, a lot of departments, well, they scale up with a simple plate carrier with hard plates over it. But what about soft armor for your defensive-minded civilians out there? Well, with a lot of defensive-minded individuals, they choose hard plates and a plate carrier. Why not? They're great to train in. They offer the most protection, especially against the most dangerous threat out there, which is going against somebody with a rifle. But is it the most practical option for somebody who's preparing for, say, shift or some sort of civil unrest? If you're out and about with a plate carrier during some sort of big shift scenario, you're going to get noticed by law enforcement, and you're going to be viewed as an unknown, and you're going to be noticed by potential threats. So it's not very discreet, and it could actually draw more interest into you, potentially getting you into a situation you're trying to protect yourself from. And that's where the advantage with concealable soft armor comes into play. You can armor up, and you're going to get protected from a lot of threats out there, and you can do it discreetly. And if we look at the threat of actually getting shot with a rifle, if we use FBI crime data on law enforcement officers killed in the line of duty, the current data has 60% of officers being killed by handguns, and the other 40% is split between rifles, shotguns, cutting weapons like knives, bludgeoning objects like your bats and pipes, and vehicles used as a weapon. So out of that 40%, rifles actually make up a very small percentage. So the chance of actually getting into a rifle fight or being engaged by a rifle, even in this time of active shooters here in the States, is very, very slim for your average civilian out there. So with soft armor, one thing it has over running hard plates is the ability to be concealable, to be discreet. Now, in the video Galil versus Tavor, if you looked closely, this body armor is printing just over the shoulders. That's because this armor does require a break-in period to really conform to your body. And honestly, I just have not worn it enough. The front is starting to break in and conform, but the back needs more time. And really, I've just been wearing this out at the range. I need to spend more time in it. And that's the advantage of what concealable body armor has over running hard plates, is you can hide it under your clothing. Now, I actually have some practical experience wearing concealable body armor during my time in Special Forces. Early on in the first few years of Iraq, when Special Forces' main mission was to gather intelligence on the enemy, we had to go unnoticed amongst the civilian population, and you couldn't hard plate up with hard plates. You didn't want to look like a contractor because you would actually draw threats to you. We had to really go low level, hence the term low level. We didn't go total native and try and blend in with the population totally, but you wanted to be able to go around basically unnoticed, and we wore soft armor at the time. It was better than nothing. Of course, the threat you're going to face in a war zone typically is going to be an AK-47. Soft armor is not going to do much for that, but it is going to offer some protection. And the emphasis was on being discreet and going unnoticed. Of course, wearing a hard plate, you're prepared to take on threats in a firefight against rifles. But even better than that is going unnoticed and not getting in a firefight to begin with. And that's really what soft concealable armor is going to offer to you. Protection and being discreet and going unnoticed. Because if you can avoid the fight, well, then you're ahead. In our instances back in Iraq, when we were doing that type of mission, we were not on the ground to fight the enemy. That was for later on in direct action missions. Our role was to gather an intelligence. So soft armor at the time was the right choice. Now, also with soft armor, you can scale up. A lot of law enforcement, if they run into an active shooter scenario, those patrol officers who are rolling around with soft armor, well, they'll throw on a simple plate carrier or plate carrier with chest rig to scale up. And I think that's pretty good, especially for the civilian defensive-minded tactical shooter, having the ability to scale up and not just throw on and rocking some hard plates and have everybody look at you. You can throw on a simple plate carrier, go low level, and not draw attention. So again, this is Safe Life Defense's Hyperline Level 3A body armor, the thinnest Level 3A body armor out there on the market. Now, this has a 30-day fit guarantee, meaning if you order the wrong size, within 30 days you return it, you'll get a new size. Honestly, when it comes to sizing, I think the best thing to do is contact Safe Life, give them your height and weight, and let them help size you to the correct body armor. And it has a 5-year warranty in general, which includes if you go out and you get blasted while wearing this or you get stabbed and this gets used, if you turn in a copy of the police report, you will get a new body armor back. So I think that's pretty good. Now, this body armor runs $1,000 in that price range right there, which many might think it's kind of steep. But when you compare that to what a set of front and back hard plates costs and a quality plate carrier, well, the price is pretty comparable. Now, this is on loan right now. Hopefully Safe Life lets me keep this for a few more months anyways, because I'd like to break it in properly and wear it in future videos once it's properly broken in to see if anybody notices I'm wearing body armor out on the range. So let's hope they let me hold on to this for a little while longer. I actually kind of dig it, and I think this would be good for bumping the night. It's a lot easier throwing this on than, say, a full-blown plate carrier. We all dream of being in that situation, rocking hard plates. But again, realistically, what kind of threats are you going to face? But as always, hopefully you found this video informative. I'm Jeff Gerwich. Thanks for watching.